Hello, my dear students. Here is the presentation of the Palais des Congrès de Montréal. So this is for your case study. I would say you need to follow this very strictly. So let's first do the presentation that the other group received in real life at the Palais des Congrès. So we'll share with you the mission vision of the Palais, Palais in numbers, business model, current context and mitigation strategies, trends and opportunities, the pace of the numbers that they are doing, new US administration, the SWOT analysis, sales strategy, and international market. So, mission and vision. So, the mission of the Palais is to contribute to Quebec's economic growth and social progress by promoting the exchange of knowledge and know how with a sustainable development perspective. And the vision is to make a significant impact on business tourism communities by adopting bold, creative, and innovative ways to transform events. So, mainly economic impact, but also intellectual impact. So the Palais in numbers, it's 7.2 billions in economic spin-off, 23.6 million visitors. Just to give you an idea, the airport of Montreal receive about that 23 million passengers per year. So that would include probably visitors from across Quebec or Canada also that don't necessarily come with by plane. 9,000 events and that's really the total since 1983, plus intellectual and societal spin-off. On a yearly basis, I would say it's about 200 or four. It's between 2 and 400 million revenues or economic impact for Montreal. So here you have the business model. It's really a government subsidies with municipal tax and tangible assets. They have autonomous revenues with meeting rooms rentals, commission fees. And for me, when I was working there, I thought it was like the airport renting its gates to airlines, while here they are renting rooms for groups of visitors, audience. Um, so it's really how they make their money, and the commercial lease, same as the airport or the retail they do. Same with the parking. It was a nice revenue for the airport of Montreal. So that gives you a sense, a very similar type of model. These are the type of revenue. So you have the conventions, 45%, which is the main reason why the Palais exists. Therefore, they prioritize this to have economic impact and money come from outside the country. Then you have expos, which is like le Salon du Livre, le Salon de l'Auto, these type of exhibitions. And then you have local conference and meetings, like groups from corporates, companies, head office in Montreal, and so on, because there's not that much rooms in Montreal. Try to find a room at a specific date without blocking rooms in a hotel. You will see that 500 people, it's very difficult to accommodate. I would say that the convention reach out for groups of 800 people and above. So this is also the details of the current model, and you can take time to look into this. The business model, it's really operational deficit right now. They have a digital transformation plan. They need to invest in product. It's really the priority first for revenue, more than occupancy. And they have new expectations from now on. Current context. So the operational deficit, so they need to increase their margins, limited Palais available. As I was telling you, there's not that much room in Montreal. So they have to do a surgical approach to target small group of the specific audience to attract them in Montreal. For instance, they have a group of business intelligence that work only on that. They look at the events around the world, and they know, well, okay, we know that next summer this rotation needs to have a convention, for instance, in North America instead of Africa or Europe, because some conventions just rotate every 5 years and they come to North America every 5 years. So then they have to pick and choose which one would fit with our schedule in the summertime, ideally, because conventions is not very attractful in the wintertime. You have that's why they did the Festival Montréal en Lumière, but it's not that much. So you need to be creative and do more. Trend and opportunities. So 40% since 2019, the budget have not kept pace. Um, so cannot invest in innovation, fewer program, shorter program, fewer meals, less audiovisual, because the business is changing. The business is asking for cheaper. They don't want to spend more on audiovisual. Same for meals. Like they want to reduce their budget. Also, the exchange rate, that is also good for us because it's cheaper in Canada than in Europe or in US. So that can help. It's an opportunity for us, and the city experience that requires less investment because Montreal is fun. It's a fun city to sell, and the first tier city and lower cost, that's what they look at. And they have a financial program because you have to compete with other destinations like Brazil or wherever. So tourism Montreal has a funding to support the conventions that come to Montreal. So sometimes you have to pay a specific price so that they pick you as a destination instead of a competitor. And now we have TKNL, that is a French local company that is permanent to do the entertainment. So that's nice, and flexibility in cost and high quality service. You have also to manage the risk mitigation, seeking flexibility, because if someone cancel last minute, then that means it's a lot of loss for the hotels and restorations around and for the local economic. So therefore you need to have a strict lease so that you don't lose when there's cancellations or modification to the contract. So it's really something that is sometimes favorable for force the case close majeur. Like what we did for the COVID, we didn't do much. We were, it was a cut force majeure. So therefore we couldn't say, well, we're gonna charge you a fee. It's not the trend that we did. So we lost a lot of money because of that. The growing audience also is changing. The younger generation, Generation Z, is overtaking boomers. Millennials are getting traction in their career, and they have different look and feel, and they don't expect the same thing for conventions. Um, we also have local connections facilitation with speakers, industrial visit, and Palais investment. So, as I was telling you, there's a full team working on data because it's critical to ensure events meets their objectives. There's a full team studying and research and trying to find the best target audience to reach to attract them to Montreal. Planners adoption, AI, improving efficiency. That's really all the tools that the Palais is using also to increase their efficiency. Making events to different audience also is really important because sometimes you have corporate, but sometimes you have entertainment audience. So these are the different things that also the sustainability is very strong at the convention center. The pace, okay, that is gone because I think it was confidential information, but it was to showcase the traction of the numbers of, are you selling as much as expected. So that's something that we follow regularly at the convention to know if are we going to do make our numbers like any private company. That's what they do. They have a target, and compared to the past year, they can see if they are attaining or not. This is the SWOT analysis that you can have a look with the American situation. I would invite you to look at this. Sales strategy, international market. So it's really how they rotate between countries, as I was telling you, the sales strategy, how you attract companies. You go and meet them face to face. You held with them to meet them on different meetings so that they know you. It's really a small community of conventions. And they have commercial intelligence with 120 international business opportunities identified per year. And then they have to bid, like a call for tender, and the better wins. So in Montreal, we won one out of two, which was excellent. And then you have to create these big bid books by calling a specialist, a doctor, engineer, an architect or someone very precise as a leader, as an ambassador that will help you to attract a convention. So you have to build a team. That's how they create that. So it's called the programme ambassadeur. So it's an offering. You have to create a book. You book some hotel rooms. You have financial assistance. You say what's the entertainment in the city during that period of the year. And also you say why they should pick Montreal. It's because, well, if it's about surgical event, well, you can say it's because we have this summit from this McGill University of uh, that is high and respected. So then you can attract some other leaders. So that's mainly how you attract conventions in Montreal, and it's really important. It's like an economic motor of a city, just like an airport, similar. Thank you.